Good morning! On today's video, we're going to talk about Downpipe. Welcome back to another video, guys. So today we're going to be doing a quick comparison between original downpipes for the BMW M5, high-flow catted downpipe, and a Catless downpipe. So let's have a look. All right, here on the table, we have three different options for your car. Your original factory downpipe, which has a ginormous catalytic converter. Then you have my popular option, which I am going to be going with, which is a 200 cell high flow cat. And then what everybody does is catless downpipes with no cats at all, thinking they're going to get the most amount of power and the most amount of sound. And it's probably true that you're going to get the most amount of sound out of this, but it does have its drawbacks like fumes, and you're actually not going to be making a lot more power than you think. You might actually lose power in some situations. All right, so this is more or less where I'm assuming the cat is going to be sitting. So that's probably a 7-inch cat right there, guys, with what I'm going to be replacing it with, a 5-inch cat. And then you have no cat. So let's first have a look at the inside of these catalytic converters. This is my passenger side one. And you could see your pre-cat goes right here, which is reading. Then your post-cat goes inside the catalytic converter. Just kind of have a look at the honeycombs, how they're looking. But it's a huge diameter, absolutely huge. I'm actually going to measure the diameter of this pipe so we could see. But then let's have a look here. So the CTS turbo downpipe that I'm going to be using is a 200 cell. So let's have a look at the inside. So you could see it's not as tightly wound as the factory, and it's a smaller catalytic converter in there. It has a nice flex pipe, so give it a little wiggle room, so it's not sitting fully, stiff. So it gives it a little bit of play, because there's going to be movement between the engine and the exhaust, so that's going to allow for a little bit of movement. But the best thing in heat reduction is that this is coated in a ceramic white lightning coating, which is going to help reduce heat so much more than we have generated from this giant cat, because catalytic converters retain the most amount of heat. So let's say you drive your car, you park it in the garage, you come back an hour later, this pipe here will be cool to the touch, but the catalytic converter area is still going to be piping hot because so much heat is generated there. Likewise, on your catless downpipes, which, as you can see, there's no cats, it's just straight through. If these are not coated, yes, it's going to be less heat than the original, but it's still going to generate a lot of heat through the metal because it's not coated like this. So this is why I'm going to be going with this, and I will actually post a link below to a video that my brother sent me, shout out Bully Kid, where a gentleman tests out catalytic converters. So he runs a high flow aftermarket cat, then he runs the same setup with no cat, and he actually loses power on the dyno. So this dog is going to be the end of my YouTube career. Stop barking, little dude. Stop the barking, little dude. You gotta stop the barking. Charlie, tell him to stop the barking. All right. But yeah, so I'm going with the CTS 200 cell catted downpipe, ceramic coated. Stay tuned for the install video. It's going to be coming up shortly after this. And I'm freaking excited to hear a little bit more sound out of this exhaust.